Morning, everybody. Jason Bow, Hollis Farms. Boy, this rain just won't let go on us right now. We did good for a long time, but boy, we've been catching it here lately and got a lot in the forecast. Sun's trying to pop out right now, but it's supposed to be raining again here after a while and several days. So I'm not sure how this logging's fixing to go for a while. I hope we don't get shut down completely, but ain't nothing we can do about the rain. We just got to keep digging, and we've got a lot done, but we got a lot more we wanted to get done. Just have to keep whacking at it the best we can. All right, so here's what me and Bo's doing now. We have got 2 hog traps that are down, 2 out of 3. The one over at Sherwin's, I got up with the guys at the Hog Eye Camera that make the cameras, and they're able to go back in there and look. We about decided that one got struck by lightning and fried the board in it that drops the trap. So we had just carried that joker up there and they went through it, updated everything, a couple of new things on it. I mean, it was ready. So Sherwin's gonna go get that one out. I'm hoping he does that because I need to get it to him tomorrow. And I decided, I've seen just a little bit of rooting around. I think I got one big hog messing with me around here, and it wasn't too far from the panel trap, you know, so I set it up, and I noticed on one of the wires, a squirrel had chewed on it. But anyway, I got it up and going, baited it up, and at least wanted to see what was coming. I thought I was gonna have to do some work to it, and I do. It shows everything on the box, but it won't. I think the biggest thing with it, of course, I'm gonna need some new wires. That's just part of it. Been in there and squirrels got a hold of it. But the other thing, I think it's gonna need updating like the other one. So me and Bo's going in here now to the panel trap. There was some hog tracks in it and around it the other day, but the camera ain't working. So as long as we got them coming, you know, we can catch them. So we're gonna run in here and get this whole system out, basically everything but the trap, and get 2 of them hopefully tomorrow to get worked on. Maintenance on everything you do. So anyway, that's easy in here. Boy, it's like a jungle in here too. I gotta get in here and push them. So I know this one's got some kind of short in it, because every time I raise the doors up, I come back in here and they're down. So this thing, it's hard to get back in here. It gets muddy, nasty. So I think I'm gonna pull this one out and get it into an easier spot to get to. Once they find the corn, I forget why I moved it back here, but I caught a bunch back here. It's hard to get to. So probably gonna move the trap out one day too, but at least we got the camera system out and get it fixed. All right, y'all, so bow season is getting close. I'm not sure how much my back is gonna let me bow hunt this year as far as climbing and everything. I just went and had an old man stand that was still in a tree climber. I went and got it out. If I'm gonna use a climber, I like those. I got the little old lone wolf climbers too. Oh, I just don't know. I'd rather put a couple of sticks up and hunt out of it. I just don't know what my back's gonna let me do, and I don't know what it's gonna let me shoot. I like my Matthews V3, and I love my Archery Addiction custom bow, or whatever it's called, instinctive archery. It's Instinctive Addiction Archery. They have went out of business now. Had some medical issues or something. But anyway, this bow is on 43 pounds of 28. I probably draw a little short than that. So it's about 41, 42 pounds. This is what I'm going to start trying to shoot a few times a day to try to get everything back in shape. Still having issues with my back, still sore, still hurts pretty good every evening, but it's getting better. It's just going to take some time. But anyway, I'm going to shoot a few rounds. I love to bow hunt. I just don't know exactly, and I don't like sitting in them shooting houses. So I'm trying to figure out the best way for that and the easiest way and most comfortable way. So it may end up being in some kind of bigger climber this year that I may not have to tote in. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. I can't tote much a long way yet. So, but we'll figure that out. We're gonna be in the woods doing something. All right, y'all. So I got my target out there at about 10 yards. Hadn't shot in a long time. So I'm just gonna see. I'm not even sure how I can pull it back yet. That ain't too bad. I got to decide, and I may use both. If I'm gonna use the recurve or the compound. Well, I ain't shooting good, I can tell y'all that. These things right here, you need to practice with all of them, but these right here sure take a lot of practice. And I ain't doing too good. Ooh, I need to get back in shape, that's for sure. The biggest thing with this recurve is form and doing the same thing every time. That's why you just need to practice a lot. That's better there. I love the simplicity and the light, how light they are for sure. But I'm not going to the woods with it if I don't feel confident or if I don't practice enough for sure. Shooting every day. All right, y'all, let's get to today's Bible verse, still on the word heal. Matthew chapter 4, verse 23. Jesus was going throughout all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues and proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom and healing every kind of disease and every kind of sickness among the people. All right, so I made it back here to the house. Fixing to shoot, boy, it's hot. It's gonna rain some more, but what's it gonna be this year? Recurve or compound? I love my recurve, but I'm going to have to practice more if I'm gonna use it. I got this V3, what is this? I always V3 Matthews a couple of years ago. And then before that, my shoulder was bad for a while and finally got it to where it didn't bother me. But the first one I got back into it was the Mission. What is this, the Hammer? And we got some deer with this. I love this bow. It is so light. You can get into these bows pretty cheap. It's just a lot of difference. The V3, yes, it's a lot more forgiving. The length is very close to the same, but man, for the woods, tight places, this thing is light. I'm gonna shoot both of them. I can't remember if I've turned them all the way back. No, I'm off of it. When I started trying to shoot some more after my surgery, so we're gonna play with them a little bit. I love my little Mission though. All right, so I went over to the scales. I don't know how exactly accurate. It's pretty close. And put my bow on there and pulled it down. Checked the poundage. It's saying about a little over, between 50 and 60 pounds. Probably 53 or 4. So I'm gonna shoot it a few times. Let's see how it feels. Ain't but about 15 yards. Oh boy. Boy, that is sweet right there. Sweet. I'm gonna have to build my shoulder back up. It don't feel too bad in my back, but I know I'm gonna feel it later a little bit. Oh. Right there is bad to the bone, but I got to practice, that's for sure. Oh, man. I'm gonna shoot my hammer a time or two also. All right, let's try the hammer out. Just took the wrist strap off. Been a long time since I shot one without that on there. Oh, I got it turned way down. Still a sweet little old bow. It's a little bit noisier than the V3, but it will definitely get it done. Makes just a little more racket. Maybe something loose on it. I really like this thing though. I need to put the wrist strap back on it because I feel more comfortable with it. Hey, there's money now. Money! Either one of them will get her done. Alright, so here's what I'll probably do after shooting and thinking. I really love hunting in my hang-on stands, the Lone Wolf Custom, putting sticks up, getting up in it. I'm just not sure how much of that I'll be able to do. May have to go in a little bit like we did last year and put the stand up midday to hunt the next morning or whatever. And also, as far as shooting the recurve out of these climbers and all, it's always been a little hard for me to do that. So if we're that old man, I know I can stay in that thing for a lot longer. So just gonna have to play with it. I'll probably start off with the Matthews, the V3, until we figure out, I play with stuff all through the season and stuff. But I think right now I'm gonna concentrate on the V3. I got it to where I can pull it back pretty good. I can tell it's not really bothering my back, but right through here, just weak. Hopefully I can get the back to where I can work out a little more and get my strength back. But my back is still bothering me. Still hurts pretty good at the end of the day, but it is better. It's just going to take time. But I think that's what I'm going to do. Between the recurve and the compound, I think I'm going to start, instead of not using the hammer, I think I'm going to hold it back and get the V3 out and play with it and get practice with it every day and get real. I don't like going to the woods with anything that I'm not comfortable with, accurate with, and I've been practicing, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Whew. It is sticky. It's gonna rain. It is so humid right now. It's hard. You got to start thinking about the deer season a little bit, but it's hard for me to get in the mood and it's this hot. But we got a lot of work to do before we can go hunting, but need to be thinking about it and practicing a little bit. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Out of here.